Welcome to the Cannon Hall Farm podcast, live from Mum and Dad's kitchen. We've got Richard here as well, and today we're going to talk about something that's really, really special. 60 years of wedded bliss between Mum and Dad without hardly a crossword. So what's the secret? What's made it so very, very special?
Well, the first thing was, when I arrived at the church, the vicar said that your dad had told me that I was going to obey. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So I've been obeying for 60 years.
Is that fair comment, Dad?
It was a wise decision, wasn't it?
I'm not sure it's true.
I'm sure it isn't.
So 60 years of ups and downs, of things that have gone really, really well, of things that have been difficult at times, but overall, we've enjoyed it.
More ups and downs, obviously, because we've managed 60 years and it's been a pleasure. So I'm quite happy about saying that, and a lot of people might not be.
Highlights, Dad. Right? You know,
David, it's not match of the day.
are you sure? Going back, you know, like, I mean, obviously, us three were born.
I suppose it was match of the day. Obviously, you're obviously a good match, aren't you? I suppose that's what makes it work.
Yeah, very different people.
I mean, it must have been tough with
Very,
three
very
kids.
different people, but we've managed to compete together, and we've had lots of competitions.
We have.
But that's how life's gone through, and we've enjoyed the competition.
I seem to remember you saying that when you first moved into Tower Cottage, you didn't have a telly or anything like that, so you played football on the floor, didn't you, or something?
Yeah, we
That was
did.
a bit later, that.
No,
was
it
it?
wasn't. It's when we got married.
Oh,
Yeah, because we had a telly.
no, we didn't have that.
Is that why you fell
But
pregnant
I-
within 3 weeks?
I remember.
No, that was all to do with the accountant, that.
Was it?
Yeah, because
Do I really want to know about this?
I don't know.
Go for it.
It's true.
Right.
He said when we got married, if you get pregnant, it's worth putting your stamp on, your national insurance stamp, up to a certain point. And after that, it's not worth putting it on, you see, because you got maternity benefit.
Right.
So
My dad, being a Yorkshireman, thought, right, I'm having that maternity
So I'm
benefit.
only here because of a national insurance stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
No, but
No,
it
but
maybe
that-
hastened your arrival.
That's what he said to us. Don't you remember?
Yeah, I remember that bit, yeah.
But you obviously wanted children as well, though. It wasn't just financial.
It wasn't a major part of the decision, I don't think.
No.
No.
So, you didn't have long until Richard arrived. We've established that.
Yes.
You know, what was it like going from recently married to looking after a child? It's quite a shock to the system, isn't it? When I suppose you've always been used to looking after calves and lambs.
Well, I have, but it's a bit different when you're rocking a pram with one foot and doing. Mind you, that was a bit later when you and David arrived, so you had to have multitasking then. So,
I got left with my two grandchildren the other day, right?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we left you.
No. And I know how difficult it is because baby were crying. I run the tap to fill the kettle up to heat the milk up, right? I phoned for Anita to come and help me because I was panicking. When she came in the house, she shouts, "David, sink!" I'd left the water on, hadn't I? It were nearly overflowing. So 2 kids, right, are really stressful. 3, a bit of a nightmare, I'd say.
Yeah, well, your mum were a professional at that sort of thing.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
But,
She just used to stick us all in the pram, I think, and
I can
No,
remember
I
most
had
of
a
our
rocking
baths were in
chair.
the kitchen sink, weren't they?
Yeah.
I can remember you running the kitchen sink and sticking us in it.
Yeah.
Early memories. I was going to a party once, and I'd been playing in them rhododendron bushes outside Cannon Hall, and I got all mucky. And I must have been 5 or 6, and you stripped me off and put me in kitchens. It were a biggish sink.
I remember being in it
But
as well.
you sat me in it and washed me clean, and you know.
Yeah.
I made a good job of cleaning sink out.
Yeah. It can't be any worse than half a bag of spuds, can it? If you wash it
I
then.
don't
So.
suppose so.
I think we were probably as mucky as half a bag of spuds actually back in those days.
I suppose you were washing your spuds at the same time, though.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I'd
dear.
like to take this moment to apologise
Yes, for David's
for
behaviour.
David lowering the tone of what was up to now being a pleasant family discussion.
I do apologise myself.
David's spuds will be disposed of at the end of this broadcast.
You all had different difficulties and
Yeah,
easy parts.
idiosyncrasies.
Richard had
Colic.
colic.
What did you have to do? Rub his tummy?
Well, I sling him over his
Show
shoulder.
it. What do you say?
like that?
I never knew.
I should cover that up.
I never knew I had colic until I read it in Cannon Farm, Past, Present, and Future.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was a colicky baby.
Well, you won't be aware now that
Did you have
No.
gripe water then, Dad?
you're suffering.
Yeah.
Gripe
Oh,
water.
gripe water,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did it make
I
any
remember
difference?
junior aspirin. I remember gripe water. I remember Del Rose.
I
the
would say
roses.
Del Rose.
We all loved Del Rose
Yeah,
Yeah, that
But-
were your grandmother. But
and Farley's Rust.
but then we were regular at the dentist.
Yeah, but there were a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah.
That and Lucasade.
So, what would you say, Dad, has been the most difficult period of your time together? You know, your 60 years. If you look back, when were you challenged most? What were those challenges, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I suppose the most difficult time was when the bank was pressing us more than anything.
I agree with that.
We tried everything under the sun and to devise a plan to make it successful.
Was that
And
sort
I
of
mean, we reared you. We managed to do that, but we weren't going forward. While you were making a living, when you looked at the farm, it was going backwards because we couldn't afford the money to.
It didn't look like the farm that you bought 20, 30 years before. It was starting to look tatty.
Yeah.
was that around the early 1980s then?
Early to mid.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah. And after that, it lasted a while, did that. But we did make a plan in the end to sell some of the property round and
buildings.
about. We moved out of one house and sold that. And,
Did it work out
well,
financially
it worked
that?
because we worked then into opening the farm.
I think just for clarity, what we did, what the idea that Dad struck up on in the early 1980s was to sell a couple of redundant farm buildings,
Yeah,
raise a small amount of money, invest that money into the infrastructure of the farm, open the farm to the public in 1989, and thankfully that worked. So that was a point then when some of the weight was lifted off your shoulders,
Yeah,
and we could start enjoying life, and you actually started going on a little holiday or two.
we did.
The original thing we did, though, if they hadn't listed the buildings, we would never have sold them.
So it was only
All right.
because we applied for the buildings to be listed
They
that
were
then
listed.
they could get planning permission to be turned into houses
Yeah.
that enabled us to have that bit of working capital
To carry on,
to give us
yeah.
a shot in the arm, to give us a chance.
And it wasn't a done deal, was it? You know, I remember to actually get planning on the houses.
Oh no, it wasn't a done deal.
You know,
at all.
there was a little bit of,
Hard work.
well, bit of drama, a bit of negotiations to be done, and fingers crossed that, you know, you got it passed.
Yeah.
That was then, this is now, and we've had 38 years of being open to the public, haven't we?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and generally enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know, you took to, as I got married and Tom and Katie were born, we were then able to, you came with us on family holidays every year, didn't you? Went to Disney once.
Yeah.
We've been to, where else?
South African, isn't it?
South Africa, yeah.
Yeah, we went to
New York.
that place, New York, the place in
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah.
Sorrento and Lake Garda
Yeah, we got
and
wet
Cyprus.
Yeah.
We've had some great holidays, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But between 14 and 50,
Yeah, you went nowhere.
we've been for 2 days.
So between age of 14
Separately.
and 50, all he ever got were Filey and Whitby for an odd day.
Except
And then 50 onwards, you were able to drop into a more normal way of life.
Yeah, but we just had one a year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, which...
I know it wasn't lavish, but there were things to look forward
they
to
were
and,
good, yeah.
and times to
Yeah.
remember and cherish.
Yeah. Going to New Zealand, we're
Oh, of
a
course.
trip and a half, really. But your mum hadn't got pleasant memories of that because she got pneumonia, and coming back she was really, really poor.
So you went to New Zealand on almost like a coach excursion,
it
didn't you?
was, yeah, I'd never been on one before.
But you enjoyed that, didn't you? You made some friends, and
Yeah.
you're still in touch with some of them now.
Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were youngest on that trip, I think.
Oh yeah.
All right. Because Auntie Beryl went on that, didn't she?
No, Canada.
Oh, that was
Canada.
Canada. Right. Sorry, I get mixed.
And you went and stopped with some relatives in Canada, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And that was the time we were adopting Marshall, actually.
Yeah,
and
when
you
we
were in
got
Canada
back, yeah.
because you brought back him a little jumper with Banff on.
yeah.
I remember that.
So yeah, we had
The
some
yellow one.
really
Yeah.
good memories of that. Really. And, looking at the photos and that, it's obvious we were enjoying them. So yeah.
I've got a good picture of Marshall eating a carrot, a whole carrot with his yellow jumper from Banff on.
We've talked a lot about your early days when you were first married, the early days when we were all young children. What about your experience of being grandparents? Would you rank that as higher or lower or just the same or nice in a different way?
Nice in a different way.
Right.
Yeah.
And just who is your favourite?
Is it your newest one?
No, just what have been the joys, what have been the challenges, what do you look forward to, all those sort of things, what enters your head?
Well, I suppose that the highlights from my point of view was when we did go on holiday with them, because you were with them all the time then, and it was such a good fun. There's such a lot going off on these holidays.
Do you like frolicking in the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which holiday did my dad expose his bottom?
Cyprus.
Well,
By
it
accident,
was
to be
a
fair.
very,
Just to
very-
clarify, it was an accident. He pushed himself up, I'm sure we've talked about it before, out of the pool. The suction of the water pulled his trunks down. There was a big white bottom smiling happily at everyone. And he went round the whole of the pool apologising, saying, I'm really sorry if you had to see my bottom. At
most
least,
of them never seen it.
at least I won't
Probably
face
nobody at all had seen it, but my dad made sure that they knew about it.
So, frolicking in the pool, you were a relatively young grandpa, weren't you? You were 46 or 7 when Tom was born?
Yeah, but even though I was only sort of 40 odd, I couldn't get into that blooming football team that they had, the parents. And I thought I was young enough and good enough to be in that.
So that was when we went to Lanzarote,
Yes,
perhaps?
yeah. So that was
You were
I
quite
think
annoyed.
they put me in the goal in water polo or something like that. Well, the trouble is I couldn't bob up high enough to do my saves.
But as long as you tied your string on your shorts a bit tighter this time.
Well, I'd probably learned my lesson from that.
And what about you, Mum? Because you were often looking after them, weren't you, while still baking and you know what's your memories of that?
Well, we had a bit of a routine where I did the baking first, and I looked after Tom, while Julie went and served in the cafe.
So you tag teamed it.
Yeah.
And prior to that, you used to be a rabbit hutch builder, didn't you? You and Julie used to make rabbit
we
hutches
used to do all
together.
sorts of things out there.
We might have a photo of that, actually.
We built some pens for the chipmunks.
Yeah.
And you're Angora get rabbits.
Yeah.
So really then, you were a rabbit hutch builder, a farm joiner effectively.
Yeah.
Grandma who was baking, Grandma who was looking after Tom and then Katie and then Poppy and then Marshall.
Yeah.
So you got your hands full, but I would imagine it would be the best job you've ever had.
I think so, yeah. I like kids. I
Would you have
always
had
did.
more?
Yes, I would have had more.
So you're to blame, Dad.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any more.
We only wanted 2.
Because we
When I
couldn't afford.
get under tension, I put my foot down on
He
this
does,
table.
look, he's...
If anyone hears any vibration on the microphones, it's my dad playing with the table leg, so apologies if the sound is not as crystal clear as it normally would be.
Yeah.
So, Tom, Katie, Poppy, Marshall, but then there's been more additions recently.
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
Oh,
We've got Nellie.
Then Arthur.
Arthur. then James, then Harold.
Yeah. So
So we've
four
got
and four.
Four and
Four.
four. Yeah.
And if Marshall keeps progressing, you never know.
Never know.
Let's hope it's a little bit longer.
So you might, very feasibly, might end up with more great-grandchildren than grandchildren.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
Right, yes.
And I know
Never
one of the
know.
things I like to do now is when I've got Jimmy or James, I'll often bring him in the big pram, the big Silver Cross pram, park him here, and I'll just say, I'll be back in a little while, just give me a ring, it's
Back
a
in 5
problem.
minutes.
Just entertain him.
Yeah. But he doesn't need a lot of
He
entertainment.
doesn't. He just sits there. He
Smiling.
does, Yeah.
And if he feels a bit tired, he just goes to
Shuts
sleep.
his eyes and goes to sleep.
But I'll tell you, if you ever hear him grunting,
Get ready.
ring me quick. Because it don't take much for it to appear right up the middle of his back. And if he's filled his nappy, it needs addressing quickly.
Oh dear.
Right, you've got roughly 2 to 3 minutes before it's in an awful state.
Let's put it this way. He's a lot easier to look after
Yeah.
than you three.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I've never known a baby like him. He's so easy going. I mean, whether that'll last, I don't know. But
Yeah.
he stopped at our house the other night, nearly 13 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Perfect.
think he must have put some antibiotics drops in his...
Antibiotics drops must have been some historic medication that a family member of bygone years used to give people basically to knock them out.
Yeah.
What was it? Whiskey?
It was for any. It was like a cure-all, wasn't it? For all sorts of
it was
stomachache, basically. But it was based on laudanum, which
did-
is now banned.
Did Richard have
It's
any
an
of
opiate.
antibiotics drops?
Yeah, I had loads. We all had them.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, in a bit
He
of
used
warm
to go
water,
and buy
just
them
a
at the
couple of
chemist.
drops.
They were marvellous. They were on sale at the chemist.
Was it?
I loved them.
Did you
I
have them
loved
yourself
Can
if you struggled
I
to
have
get
some
to sleep?
more of antibiotics drops, please? Please, Grandma. Please, can I have some more?
I don't remember any of that.
Oh yeah.
I probably sparked
Yeah,
out.
we've probably been stopped or run out of supplies by then, David.
Jimmy's 13-hour sleep consisted of Nelly coming through at 7 o'clock, jumping in. I'd disappeared to do the Sunday broadcast, jumping in with Julie in bed and putting telly on, right? And he still didn't wake up.
Well, yeah.
They're all different.
Yeah, they're all different.
So we were a bit needy, a bit whiny, a bit of a nuisance. I was particularly a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah.
Talk me through a typical day looking after me, Dad.
Well, it wasn't a day looking
A night,
after
then?
you. Yeah, looking after you, I had to put you to bed.
What? And lay with him?
And, well, yeah. It
Why
was,
didn't you just put me down and lock the door?
Because you used to scream your head off.
Said we feel it.
Bang it up, door.
Literally, and I couldn't really do that because it... Well,
You woke everybody else up.
Did I?
So I used to go to bed with you and I used to sort of hold your hand like that. And
Remember
then
not
I'd
to jog the
slowly
microphones.
Yeah.
retreat.
You've just done it.
Slowly retreat. And within 5 seconds of me...
Yeah.
And at what time of day was that? And at what age was I?
About 14.
Well, you'd have been around too.
At what age would
no,
I be?
you would be a
2 or
a
3.
big baby too, yeah.
Big baby.
Yeah.
You just need it.
So 2 or 3 years old,
Yeah.
wouldn't go to bed. Was I having a nap at that point or not?
Well, that's it. You used to crawl around, play around, and then all of a sudden I look, you'd gone to sleep. So
Just
you
on
did
floor.
a bit like Jimmy does.
Yeah.
And but then we stopped you doing that to keep you awake,
Yeah.
and then you
It got better.
wouldn't go to bed. So we're a bit of one of them.
Anyway, we got past that stage and
Yeah, we survived.
yeah. So
Don't you think though? You're always thinking, or I used to think, when we get to that stage, we'll be able to do that. And then when you get to do that, you're thinking, oh gosh, I wish I was still doing what I wished I wasn't doing at the time. You know, you sometimes wish for the things that really you should live in the moment and appreciate that particular
well,
time.
You always-
always live in the moment, I think, really, unless it's really bad.
I always wondered, what job Poppy were going to have, when she grew up,
Yeah.
would she go to university and all the rest of it. And we're looking forward to those stages in her life.
Yeah.
And really, I should have been concentrating and I used to take her to the Metrodome every week and go down the slides with her.
Yeah.
And, and they were a lot better times than,
Yeah. Yeah.
when I waved a goodbye at university and the house was so quiet.
Don't tell me you had
You know.
a deer in your eye.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we got home and the house was deadly quiet.
Yeah.
You know, I'd put the telly on. It was still quiet. You know, there was just something empty about the home,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So-
I'm not sure Marshall's ever going to go anywhere. So.
Well, it was a... Yeah,
never know.
I mean, you had two, so, you know, that's different. But when Poppy
Yeah, I
went,
mean-
it was quiet.
We had.
takes a
when
bit of
you all
adjusting
three
to-
went, it was very quiet.
Yeah.
I think once you've adjusted though, and especially when you've got the grandchildren coming back to visit, you actually appreciate the time that
Quiet.
Well,
yeah,
we have a different time to most people because we live here
yeah.
and everybody else lives here or near. So it's a constant.
Well, I try and come round most evenings, don't I? In my long johns, with a beer in my hand.
It's great for you living on site to be able to pop up to the farm shop, pop into the farmyard. You know, like you're always in touch with what's happening and what's going on. which
I'm not
is-
sure I'm in touch with what's happening, but it's very, very handy to have everything near to you like that. So,
I think what were handy for me, right,
yeah.
was when you broke your ribs, and I got the call in the middle of the night that I've slipped off that chair behind us.
I
there,
came round.
and he slid down on the floor and he's going, whoa, whoa. That I was able to come round and lift you, and you were a fair weight.
Needed two of you though.
Yeah,
yeah,
I got
yeah.
up there and I felt so bad, but I thought, I have to just lift him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you were screaming in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good.
His ribs are very, very painful.
Yeah.
So joking apart, it's really useful to be living in close proximity
Yeah.
because
That's
otherwise.
probably why I wanted you all to stay here.
But anyway, can we have no more broken
Don't worry,
ribs?
well, I hope not.
No
because-
more tumbles.
No.
We've nicknamed him Mr.
Mr.
Tumble.
Tumble.
He's been falling down that much lately. But
Well,
hopefully that's a thing of the past.
yeah. Well, it's only 2 weeks old, that wish about it.
Yeah.
So,
But you've taken to carrying a bit of a stick sometimes now,
I've got a bit of a
He don't remember.
don't you?
Well, I try.
He
I
sometimes
try.
He don't
leaves
even
it.
remember his phone.
If I'm going over troubled ground or something like that, I'll take my stick.
I would like to thank the person who left a very handy stick in lost property, because now my dad's commandeered it. He's got a nice little handle on it, and you seem to be quite taken with that
It's
one,
just right,
don't you?
and it's just right.
Someone left it the other week after they visited the farm.
So if anybody's left a stick, we have got it. We will let you have it back.
But we're keeping it in good use
If you
while
don't
you
really
come
need
back
it,
for
don't
it.
bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But that just gives you that bit of reassurance, doesn't it? Because I suppose you just don't want to keep.
Falling.
No, it's just not what we want.
And I've thrown my shoes away as well.
Oh.
I'm a bit of a stickler for getting every last ounce of my shoes.
But that's
when
why
they
you
have
fell
big
over.
holes in them and flappy bits on the sole.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
really what you want,
No.
is it? For
He was trying to get the extra
stability.
wear out of his shoes. And what it was, the sole had come away from the main body of the shoe and he was falling over it all the time. So Diane actually chucked them away, didn't
Yeah,
she?
she did, yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's a good thing done.
I said,
Well done.
I asked her to do it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, it was with your permission.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of going to try and be a bit smarter in future.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So throw away all your old
smarter
stuff.
in doing things and a bit smarter, so I don't look like a, you know.
Dave, are you able to leave your chair and get the letter from the King?
Yep, I'll do
Just so we can show the camera. And you must have been really chuffed to receive this, Dad.
Yes, I am. I've always been.
Want to show that to the camera, Dave? So
Right.
King Charles,
Yes,
Dad,
yes.
wrote to you, complimenting you on a marriage well undertaken.
Well, yeah, the words are there anyway, yes. But I'm sure if it had been outside, it had said the same words to me, but
Yeah.
he's not, so.
Nice handwriting.
And you've met Princess Anne,
Yes.
Met Princess
Yeah.
Anne and we've met
Prince Edward.
Edward.
Prince
Yeah.
Edward.
and
yes.
you met the Duke of Edinburgh, did you?
Well, I've met the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, but not personally.
Yeah.
But they were on the
You
front
shook
door.
hands. You
No,
shook
on the
hands
front-
with the Duke of Edinburgh, didn't you?
I stood next to him.
They might have been on the,
At the front of the hall.
the front of the
Yeah.
hall.
Because I was stood there with you.
Yeah.
Because I got a day off school.
Old sick
I think,
note.
yeah, exactly.
Sick note,
I
yeah.
think I wangled a day off school.
You were in a play, weren't you?
I think we were in a
You were
play.
in a play.
Well,
Yeah.
we
You-
rehearsed it. We rehearsed it, and in the end, I didn't do it because I got that day off school. But it was started off. If you're standing there, wondering why we're standing here, we'll tell you.
This is Cawthorne, 1877. I can remember it. I didn't even know I knew that.
Until I said it.
Yeah.
I think everybody was in that time of school because it was so important, because it was timed for when the Queen was going to be
Yeah.
watching.
Sorry, we should have said the Queen's Silver Jubilee, 1977. The Queen came to Cawthorne. Mum and Dad met the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh in a sort of a hello, how do you do,
Yeah.
pleased to meet you type
Yeah.
scenario.
Well, actually, the Queen was on the opposite side,
Yeah.
so we were on the Duke of Edinburgh's side.
Yeah.
So
Well, you could see
my
it.
dad did shake the hand of the Duke of
Did
Edinburgh.
you?
You could see her.
They actually met.
could see it, yeah.
Didn't they put a bridge across the ha-ha?
Yes,
So they
they
walked
did.
straight across, then into the vehicle,
Yes.
drove round, doing the royal wave.
They had a Range
Having
Rover,
said that, you
open top.
almost have been off school because
No,
No.
No, Rob
we were at
once.
school, but I got lost.
you were riding about on that vehicle. Though.
Yeah, you were with your granddad.
That was the day
That was
before.
the practice.
Oh,
I
the
can't remember
practice
that.
before.
Was I
The
asleep
guy
or something?
came-
Because I
the
can't
guy-
remember being in it.
The-
vehicle.
Yeah,
it
you
was
weren't
basically
at school then. You were still at
I know. I was
the
talking
Land Rover of the lady in waiting
Richard seems to
came
know
and
better.
parked in the courtyard, and our granddad decided we're going to go and have a chat with him, as you would, and invited him in for a cup of tea and whatnot. But
I'm so much like
so that Land Rover followed the Queen with the lady in waiting behind across the park and over the
You know
bridge.
what else I remember about that day?
What?
Right? They had a steel band playing.
They did.
Right?
Yeah.
And they did limbo?
Limbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
We all did it. Yeah.
So everybody did the old dance under the pole.
That is in my chapter of Cannon Hall Farm, past, present, and future. Oh no, it might be in the cookbook actually. I'm not sure. It might
The
be
best
in
thing
the
about that day for me was there was like a big bouncy castle
That dome.
with like a roof on it,
Yeah.
and you went in this hall and you bounced about inside. The best thing I'd ever seen.
I didn't do that.
No, it was like a children's thing.
But then you hid down the creases so you could stop in for another go. But it didn't work because your shoes were outside. And they're going, your shoes are here. Come on out. We know you're in there. So we all had to come out.
We've had a lovely chat about your 60 years of marriage. Have you got any tips for the rest of us? How can we sustain our marriages and relationships to 60 years like you?
Just keep calm.
Keep calm and carry on.
Yeah.
Don't panic. Keep calm. Don't panic.
Don't have any
And
barbecues.
don't ask him to do anything he don't want to do, because he'll not do it.
Oh.
Well, there you are, Dad.
Well, I just think do it together and
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
Anyway, all being
It
well,
was all going so well anyway.
all being well, they'll
They-
make 61.
think of all those bills we got in together.
Oh, I know, but that was different. That was proper work.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
So you got
Nothing.
Bales together, you played badminton together, you
Together.
raised a family together, and you made memories together. And I think that is something that we're all very grateful for.
Yeah, you've summed it up in a crack there.
I must admit though, those times like all sort of like putting bales on the back of the trailer and us stacking them and Mum driving the tractor. At the time when my dad said, "We'll just get one more load and that'll finish this field," and I went, "Oh." But now, looking back on it, it's some of the best memories that I've got.
That you've got, yeah.
Do you think stacking a trailer of bales is a bit like having a good marriage? You get the foundations right, build from there, and you get a nice result.
You'll get a
in the end.
decent load and it won't fall off.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to wind up our little conversation now. 60 years of marriage, extremely well executed. We've enjoyed every moment, and we hope for many more to come. So thank you for joining us on our little podcast.
Yeah. Well done,
You're
you
very
two.
welcome.
I think we've enjoyed that.